Let me tell you an ancient story of a donkey and a calf. There was this great rich man had two animals, had a cattle and also had a donkey, right? So he was using this donkey when the time came, like when he finished whatever he was doing, then he could go out and it was going out with a donkey like we go out with our vehicles and all that stuff. So now he was using this cattle for farming and all that stuff, right? So every morning he could get the cattle, goes to the farm, does the farming activities with the cattle, then after finishing cultivating comes back home, washes himself, gets on a donkey and goes in town for a chill. And so now after some days, then the cattle was really tired, right? So the cattle was actually asking advice from the donkey to say, hey, it's been hard for me, like all the time I work and all that stuff. What would I do? Because I'm really tired. Then wow, the donkey gave the advice to the cattle and said, okay, when this guy comes to get you, just pretend you are sick, right? And that's how this guy now pretended he was sick. Now, right, the boys came to get the cattle going to the farm. Then the cattle pretended like it was sick and it never wanted to rise up from where it was sleeping. So it could try so many times, and you know what, when that day the owner is not going out, the donkey could always enjoy just eating grass, sleeping in good atmosphere and all that stuff, while the cow or while the cattle is busy on the farm working, right? So now it came a time they want to get it and then just pretending like it's sick, So they tried to lift it, then it was sick, right? So now they went to the owner of the farm and they said, this is the situation. So the owner of the farm said, what you can do then, get the donkey. We are going to use the donkey because the cattle is sick. So they had to use the donkey, and the donkey went in the farm now. So now the donkey was so disappointed, like, how can I give somebody advice and then it works against me? You see that? So from that day, the donkey and the cattle never spoke to each other. You see that? And the cattle mastered the formula. Like every day when the owner comes, then the cattle would say, no, it's sick and it couldn't go for work. You see that? And now the donkey became to be in a problem, right? So now, what do we learn from this story? Okay, there are so many things that we can learn as we do with regards to our finances. First of all, I'd love to urge you all to guide your finances very well. Okay, think of this: you are starting a business, you are starting a small business, or what you want to start up something good. You want to raise wealth. You want to be great. The first thing that you have to do is to be somebody who is guarding your wealthy very well. No matter how small your capital is, no matter how rich your capital is, but make sure that you are guiding that capital, okay? And here are some of the things that you should take note of as you are working and as you are doing your enterprises. First thing that you should know is that you should never give money to somebody which they cannot give you back, right? So this is just help you can give to somebody, right? So when it comes to money, someone comes to you, they want to borrow money from you. The first thing that you should know, you should never give somebody money which they cannot give you back. Okay? So it's prudent, it's known, like there are people who cannot give you back money. You've tried those people, you've tried giving them money. Okay, so there are people that you just know to say, this person cannot give me money when I give them, right? So make sure, don't give them money because it will work against you. What are you trying to do? You're trying to help. But as you are trying to help, those people are not helping you. You get? So if this money cannot come back, just forget, don't give them money and just guide your wealthy, okay? Because we want to build, okay? We want to build. At last, this can work against you. So make sure that whatever that you're doing with regards to your decisions you're making with your business and your enterprising, make sure that it's not working against you from this, right? Number two is that before you associate with somebody, before you do business with somebody, make sure that they're visionary enough, okay? make sure they have got enough vision to push things ahead, because in the end you might end up pulling your own ox again. What is really difficult is that you are yoked to somebody on the same yoke, then that person is weak, that person is feeble, okay? You'll be the one to pull the load, and you'll be the one to pull them as well, right? So that will be so difficult. So you may be trying to help, but in the end it will come back and haunt you again. So make sure that before you associate with somebody, before you do business with somebody, make sure that they are strong enough, they are visionary enough, and they can push you. You can push each other together and not pushing you back, okay? Take note of that. Right, so that's number 2. Number 3, okay, track the history, see what they've done before, okay? I'm not saying there should be people who are owning millions and all that stuff. If they are, then that's better and that's good, right? So if at all, we are there and we are trying to pull ourselves up, okay? We want to reach at the top, right? So before you can actually associate with somebody, first track their record. What exactly is within their record, okay? How good are they, okay? What are some of the achievements they have done? If at all you find somebody wants to associate with you in terms of business, and then you track their record and they have never done anything before, just know that you are the one doing everything, right? So make sure that before you associate with somebody, they have done something before and you are able to check the track record. Make sure that they have had 1 or 2 success stories, right? They are not supposed to have everything successful and all that stuff, but make sure that they are having 1 or 2 success stories, because this is very important to your wealthy as a business, right? So in the end, if you actually say to somebody who has no track record, in the end you'll be the one. Maybe they have just seen that you can help them, so they come to you, associate with you, so that you can actually pull them. But at this point, you have already started. You are not in the starting point. You have already made some steps, and if somebody has to associate with you, they should also do some steps so that you can move together, right? Make sure this is very important, okay? Don't get me wrong. It is not bad to associate with somebody, but make sure when you associate with somebody, this does not work against you in the end, right? That's great. The last thing we can learn from this story is that before you give advice, before you associate, before you work with somebody, check on their attitude, right? So what is their attitude like? You can't just somebody can just come to you and you don't know them, and you want to do business with them, you want to associate with them without knowing their attitude. So you have to know their attitude. How do they respond? There are people, like you're doing business together, then you make a loss. They don't want to share that loss. They just want their capital to come out, right? These are very bad behaviors, right? So if somebody has to come to you and they want to do business with you, check on their attitudes, because some of the attitudes can affect you, okay? There are people who are cry babies. Like when they do a loss, they will cry the whole night. They will cry the whole day. You see that? But you have to know that if you have to do business, you have to be somebody who is ready for everything, because business is win and lose. So check on their spirit. Is that spirit strong enough to attain? Is their spirit strong enough, is their spirit strong enough to catch that loss, to embrace that loss and also move forward? Is that strong enough in them, right? Because in the end, you may end up, there are people, I've met people like, you do business with them, there's loss, and then they don't to talk about that loss. Them, they just, they feel like they just employed you to do for them and all that stuff. So check on their spirit, okay? A person who wants to do business needs to have a lion spirit. Whatever comes in the way, it's okay. You move forward, right? So this is what we can learn from this story. And please remember to like this video, share this video, and subscribe, right?